Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our first world map of the season. We are on Lakes of the World in week 3 here in the season 4 of Reddit League. Our Division 4 matchup features myself. It's the first time we've actually casted one of us against TheosZA, a person relegated from Division 3. Calamity, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, I just had to think there for a second if it was Fierce's first season in Division 4 or his second. But yeah, he lost the relegation match against Hugo last season. You're right with that.
Mhm.
He also was in Season 4, not in Season 4, in Division 4 in Season 1. So it's not actually his first season in this division. But of course, back then, there's pretty much no other players that are still in the same division. I think
Yeah.
Wakelock might be. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Wakelock is one of those others who have gone up and down
yeah,
between 3 and 4. So, anyways, let's
essentially.
take a look.
No, go on.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at their stats. Yeah, not the dream start, especially with Japan as one of the maps for me, Calamity. But Theos is definitely showing that he is, if not a strong contender, somebody who's definitely in the hunt for promotion back up to Division 3.
Yeah, Fierce had one good game, one not so great game. You had two not so great games. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, Fierce sort of in mid-table now. You struggling a bit. Probably need to get a win here if you really want to at least get yourself out of the relegation zone. I think Fierce is not the favorite for a promotion spot. I think there's
Mm.
some other great players in this division. I do think he's capable of at least staying sort of mid-table in this division, though.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely just trying to survive as the competition gets tougher in Division 4. Yeah, a really poor showing in Japan. Guatemala was a lot better, except for one round, so the points ended up looking exactly the same, despite that. So yeah, we're definitely looking to see who can pull out what in this world map, and we're on a very interesting one, as I mentioned, Lakes of the World by Alok. Average score of just under 12,000, but again, after our competitors have played it, it's probably gone up. Been played almost 2,000 times. And yeah, a really interesting, diverse, balanced world map with a theme. So it kind of gets rid of those blurry spots and those photospheres, which is always nice from a map. But lakes really help with pinpointing overall, Calamity.
Yeah, and by the way, the average score has gone up to 14,400 in the meantime,
There we go.
which is quite a big increase considering, well, as you said, it was already played 2,000 times before that, so it took quite a bit to increase that score. But yeah, Lakes of the World, a fairly easy map. You got a lake to help you pinpoint with in most scenarios, not all of them, but in general, you should be having a relatively easy time on this map. World maps in general usually not too difficult. So if you've got
Mhm.
something more to help you with that, then yeah, you can't be allowed to lose many points. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a rough time.
Yeah, definitely. So as long as you're in the right country and you can find kind of the area, the lakes will definitely help you out a bit. With that, so without much further ado, let us jump right into round number 1. And I believe that's Portuguese.
I believe that is the area code of 18, which gives you well, not the exact place, but it at least gives you a state in Brazil.
Yes. Uh,
If you actually
is
can tell apart anything beyond the one, it would even give you a good area, and you could probably
mm,
already find the right lake. But assuming you probably can't, it's somewhere in Sao Paulo.
yes, that's the area code. We did have Brazil, but 2 seasons ago in Reddit League.
Yep.
So both of us were in the Reddit League at that time. So we're definitely gonna be brushing up on our Brazil knowledge
Yeah, I 25k the
for
Division
this
4
one.
seed back then.
Very nice. Yeah, the area code is definitely a big help. I can tell you right now, at the time of playing, did not remember all of them, but I did remember a few.
Was
Uh,
18 one of them?
I don't, I don't think so, because I remember seeing it in the scene and going, "Oh, I think that's in the south somewhere," but that's about it.
It is
So
true. It is somewhere in the south.
that's about all I got. Here we go. There we go. A municipality for
Hmm.
me,
Good.
Ritama, and a lot of signs. And Rinha is also a very good sign for Theos there.
Bit ambitious there from you.
Yeah, I mean, it's Brazil. You never really know. And
Yeah.
there we go. Theos has a beautiful sign, the SP461, which means we are in Sao Paulo. That 2-letter code. He'll look for those as I take a look at those signs myself.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sao Paulo is not exactly a small state. So finding some small cities or even towns can be quite difficult, and finding a road number can be as well, because the SP roads don't really have any good order to them. So you kind of just have to check every single road.
Yeah, well, I mean, if anything, we know we're not like close to Sao Paulo, the city, because it's not very dense. You can see quite a few big streams and i.e. lakes, I guess you could call them, in the province, and so
Yeah.
kind of just scanning those are going to be helpful, and that's what I'm doing.
You've got Buritama pretty big there on your screen.
Yeah,
While
but
you
there's a
ignore
lot
it.
of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on that screen.
Yeah,
But I checked one lake, it's not there. Let's check another big lake.
there it is.
See if I can find it this time. Oh, there it is. There we go. Got that. Now, okay, that's the intersection with the 461.
Also, considering it's called Tieto River, I'm doubting its status as a lake.
Yeah, that's something we should have like looked up. What is it exactly? A lake? Is it just like a? I mean, even a stagnant body of water doesn't really apply because lakes do have a current in them, but I don't even know. But
Yeah, I think not being called river is a good definition to start with.
well, yeah, we can definitely start with that one. For that, so Alok, yeah, just found a big body of water more than anything. Theos is not too far away with the minute left. I'm down to pinpointing here, trying to figure out how close to this lake we are and some other points of interest we can use.
Yeah, Theos
So
got.
there is a.
Oh, finally, Theos found Buritama. Similar to you, he's had it on his screen for quite a while. But I don't think he actually found anything that guarantees him that we are in Buritama. But at this point, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and that the lake does, or slash river does pop up pretty close to the road, so that little indent on the map is a good hint. And there is like a Dessa or kind of like boat ride tour or something that is just down the road from us here as Theos takes a look at it here. You can even see the boat. That's a pretty good hint at the point of interest with a few seconds left. Yeah, we're somewhere in there. Hard to be precise, but it should be close enough for both of us in that 25 so meters. Or more than that, actually, because it's a world map, right? I gotta forget.
Yeah, both
and
of you.
Yes, an ace for
far,
both of us.
Pretty far away, but an ace for both of you. Yeah, it'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit tricky. Like, how much do you go by the points of interest, and how much do you trust the border of the water? And it seemed like on this one, trusting the border was kind of the way to go.
Yeah, the points of interest are in the right place too. You just you put yourself way too close to the point of interest.
Yeah. Well, pinpointing, something we all got to work on us in Division 4, so not too bad there. And as we will shift over into round number 2, and this looks more like a lake.
Yep, this is typical Turkey.
Yeah, or at least Euro-Asia, kind of Eastern Europe. But if we get a language or something. Yeah, that's Turkey.
Yep.
Theo's had a quick glance at it. There we go. Better view of that on my screen. And Turkey. So, yeah, challenges of Turkey, Calamity?
Quite a few. Just to mention quickly again, you said Eastern Europe. There's no country in Eastern Europe that looks anything like this. But I think with your first like Eurasian description, you were a bit closer. There's a couple of countries in Asia that look a bit like this, but not quite anything like exactly like that. Troubles in Turkey, I mean, you can see it here, kind of, you got to look for some sort of distances to cities, which in the rural parts can be quite hard to find. And especially if you're very rural, it's very rare to find any sort of road designation. Usually
Yeah, definitely.
distances are the best you can hope for.
Well, thankfully, Turkey does give us those. And our theme of our map is lakes. So if anything, start scanning those lakes and see what you can find. So
That's
there we
a
go.
good sign
Cat.
for you.
And I'm not even going to try to pronounce the other one. Bengal, something. I don't know how to pronounce Turkish at all.
I think your pronunciation of cat was already pretty wrong, so.
Yeah. That, is it a soft C?
I don't know, I don't speak Turkish either. It's definitely not a cuss sound.
You just know I'm not doing it right, that's all you know.
Yep.
So, okay. Yeah, approaching a little bit of like a construction site, but that's about it. 2.5 minutes to go, 2 minutes gone.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised.
Nice big...
I'm slightly surprised that you didn't just look for bingo.
Oh. Well, again, you don't really know the size.
Well, it's 140 kilometers away.
Well, it's Turkey. So just because it's far away doesn't mean it's going to be something that you can find. And I'm trying to work on also, like, not wasting time on the map. Find more information. Keep that town name in the back of your mind. Maybe you can find it, but maybe there's a very nice clue just a couple more seconds up the road. There's a Turkish flag for anybody who is still on the fence about whether or not it was Turkey.
The problem with that is that you're now not wasting time on the map. You're now wasting time in game.
Okay. We have entered. I'm going to call it SAT now.
I've been trying to look it up in the background, but I've not yet found anything that tells me how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Okay. So, and I mean, the road is a 4-lane road, so it probably is a bigger road. Look at some of the big lakes, try to find it. And that's what you can see my little mouse doing here, just skimming those lakes, looking for something. And Theos, in the meantime, is still trudging along looking for more information, which is kind of what you do in Turkey. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
I think I saw it just the same time I saw it in the video, too. It's kind of hilarious. And I did travel faster than Theos because he's now getting to those gas stations, entering the town with only 30 seconds left, while I move on to pinpointing with that lake to our east. There's quite a noticeable curve up here to the north. Oh, dead end. So good thing we went south because it's a dead end the other direction. And we are... Check that road direction. I've been watching some of these D1 players. Yes, look straight down. Yeah. There we go. And now try to judge the shape of the lake.
Well, the time's over, so no judging of lakes here.
Yeah, and it will be good enough for me. He will just pick a lake. Not too bad on the directionality, Calamity, but not being able to find those cities. 4,527 for him. And Ace, for me, pushing my luck a bit again. Not quite close, but 38 meters. Not bad.
Yeah, Theos looked a bit lost there at the end. He had bingo like pretty much at the start, and then just spent the better part of 3 minutes, A, looking for more information, or B, looking for the other city, the smaller one, on the map. And he found neither. And then at the end there, it kind of looked like he had also just forgotten about the distance he originally had to bingo. So, yeah, just not great.
Yeah, so, yeah, unfortunate for Theos there. Puts him a bit behind as we'll shift gears into round number 3 here. And America.
Yeah.
West Coast.
You've played the round, you know.
I know, but it's my video too, so. But it also just stands out. This is where I grew up. So along the west coast of the U.S. So, not too unfamiliar for me. I don't know exactly where we are, but it does have that feel to it. So, definitely looking at least 4,000 points for me here. It's because I at least know what side of the continent and We are in America. Theos now really moving, trying to find some clues.
Is there any, just out of curiosity, is there any point in you even checking trucks there, considering you know the general region, as you said, and at that point
I
the
mean,
truck probably traveled like 600 kilometers to get here.
yeah, that's true. But, it could have a state on it just to give us a hint.
A state that could be wrong.
True, but, somewhere to start looking. I get distracted. I think more of it was just I could actually confirm that it was the US and not like Vancouver, BC. So
I doubt Vancouver is this dry.
yeah, well then I guess Vancouver isn't, but the British Columbia can be on the other side of the mountains. The UPS truck. We have everything else. Theo's here coming up upon a campsite. Trying to read some signs that seem to disappear on him. There we go, the 97 US. So that makes it very clear where we can start looking for Theos. And I did the exact same thing. Went too fast. And now we'll come back looking for those signs. And I will get the 97 south.
Upper Klamath Lake.
Falls, 17.
Yeah. Both of you start looking in California. None of you remembering California last season and how the
97 is in California, Calamity.
Oh yeah, but the state roads don't look like that. Oh no, that is a highway.
Falls.
Never mind.
Yes, the state roads do not. May not be the best GeoGuessr player, but the West Coast of the United States and finding U.S. highway numbers is not going to be one of my weak points. So
you've got plenty of others to make up for that.
I got plenty of other weak points. Wait till we get to some of the other countries coming up down the line here. Gonna get ugly unless I practice. In the meantime, I've got the little park that we started near. Theos, I thought he found the 97, but yet he's still not confident whether or not he's at the north end of it or the south end. I should be watching him more than myself because I already know what happens. I'll let you watch my view.
Yeah, you're pretty much done with the round. You just need to realize you're on the other end of that road.
There we go. And Theos, thankfully, is going to get to it as well, so he won't be dropping too many points, if anything, here. Further behind. Judging this split. It doesn't look like it when you're on the map, but as those kind of double yellow lines do show that the road is separating, at least according to Google. So that is a good clue to pay attention to. He goes down to pinpointing as well. 20 seconds left. He needs to realize he's a little bit south of that split off as well. This is really confusing because the road looks one thing and the water starts somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm assuming like the split up is definitely wrong. The water probably as well. Yeah.
And it will be wrong, and the water definitely something to use here. Theo's pushing his luck a bit, but he will get an ace, and an ace for me as well, Calamity. So not too bad. Yep. Theo's a little bit slower, but we both get there in the end.
Yeah, and Theo's mostly a little bit lucky there as well. 175 meters is about as far away as you can be and to still get an ace there. But yeah, I think he just mistook the turnoff to the Hagelstein County Park. And yeah, in the end got a bit lucky.
Got a bit lucky indeed. But hey, sometimes that's what you need, right? To stay in a game. That's all you really need, as we'll jump in to round number 4 here. And a bridge definitely helps for pinpointing when we get down to that stage.
Welcome to the easiest round we've had in all of the seeds.
Yes, this was by far the easiest. Baltimore County. Well, that should tell you where you are. And I'll tell you right now, I went right past those signs. So it was a lot harder for me until I went back to the start and realized I missed a sign like 2 clicks away. Obviously, the United States again. There we go. The 26, I don't remember what state that is, of course, at the time.
Yeah, it seemed to take Theos quite a while to find Baltimore, actually. I wasn't looking at his screen, but I was like, he found Baltimore immediately, and then I looked at his screen like 20 seconds later, and he just found it.
Now, Liberty Reservoir. I don't think we're going to be in town.
That's the wrong reservoir, Theos.
Yeah, so he's going to keep searching those.
It is
There
pretty
it
big.
is. Yeah, I'm about to say he'll get to it eventually. Now, which bridge are we on? The very straight bridge is going to be it. And he's already down to pinpointing with only a minute and a half, not even a minute and a half gone. And I went right past those, and I'm just going to keep on cruising through the lovely countryside of Maryland. Seeing lots of signs. One of these days I won't skip it.
Interesting signs there. Going to tell you absolutely nothing.
Yep. It's a green sign. Take a second, read it. Nope, nothing.
Carroll County.
Oh, we have Carroll County Public Library. Still no actual cities or roads. Lots of small information. Welcome to suburban America.
He has really taken his time making sure he'll get the 5K. Probably could be a bit more relaxed about this one. I doubt the bridge itself is more than 175 meters long.
But he knows he's already missed one round. He knows that this hasn't been the hardest of seeds, so he's got to make sure. And there's no points for being fast, so it does not hurt you to slow down and to take your time. Make sure you get all those points. There we go. This one has Maryland 26 on it, as Theos will get an ace, and only 2 meters away, Calamity. So very
7.
nicely done from him there. Oh, it's 7.
Yeah.
Very, very small. There we go. The 26 in a nice reservoir.
Almost.
Yeah.
There we go.
That one looks much more like it. And now back to the start. Oh, I thought I was going to click that. Liberty Church at the other side. Let's check that point of interest. I think that's what I do here. Been a while, but there we go. And again, I'll go right past that sign.
Yeah.
Just zooming along, looking for something else. But there is Liberty Church, so that will help me confirm that is the bridge. And again, the bridge is not long enough to throw off the ace, but I will spend my time making sure we're on a good spot. And hey, I'm on a perfect game into round 4, and it looks like I'm going to get an ace here. So there's Maryland 26 right at the start. That would have been nice to see.
Yeah.
4 minutes ago. So, at least you see it at the end. So, and that'll be good enough. And sure enough, 8 meters. So I'll get an ace there as well. Yeah, Calamity, I'm on a perfect game. This is probably the best game I've had in 3 seasons of Reddit League.
Yeah. Pretty good so far. I mean, it is a very easy seed, but still, you saw with Theos, you still got to get the right locations. And so far, you've been doing that.
Well, let's get into our final round, see how things finish. A pretty narrow lead for me here. 20,000, a perfect game so far. But Theos only has dropped 63 points. So he is not too far off. 19,527 for him. So
73.
73.
Which is unfortunately too much to get a draw here. And at least he's seen which city he's in immediately.
Well, I mean, it's pretty close, because if I drop 200 points or 300 points, and I have to drop 400 something, wouldn't I?
You'd have to drop 473. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not unrealistic given me.
It
right? It is me.
It is also
So
fairly obviously Uruguay, and you're right next to the coast, so
yeah, as we've seen a bit of Spanish and whatnot, and we are very close to the coast as we come down the road here. I think I've already seen a top level domain as well. And
there's
there
one
we
for
go, one
Theos. Yeah.
for Theos for sure. And for me again, just in case.
I don't know if you've actually seen the town name yet. I know Theos
I don't
has.
know if I have.
Even still, with it being Uruguay and the coast, you still kind of want the town name there.
Yeah, there we go. The 10 on the coast. We've got
Yeah.
Jose Ignacio 18 kilometers away. So just follow that coastline. There it is.
Mm-hmm. We've got Jose Ignacio.
And then we're obviously a town back next to a lake. So
Only a few towns
then
back. Not this lake. No, no, no. That's not 18 kilometers. Getting warmer. There we
there
go.
we go. So there's a yeah, we are near a major intersection. That was what my little mouse wiggle was.
Mm.
Theos looking at the same intersection, he's able to pick it out. Not quite got his road direction right.
I feel like
he will head back to the start. That's a little bit unfortunate. There was some more information he could have gotten from that intersection. But
I mean, it doesn't really need more from that. He theoretically should know everything he needs to know, but I feel like he might have forgotten the city name.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because his pin was not in the right city, so I was thinking, well, he could have gotten a bit more information from that intersection to help him with his pin placement. If he doesn't remember the town name. Meanwhile, I have sussed it out. Now gotta just figure out what little side road we start on. The pressure's on. Though we are next to the lake.
This is the point where Theos should remember the map is called Lakes of the World, and he's currently positioned himself next to a river. Although, as we've seen in round one, we're not always on lakes.
So, yeah, he seems really happy with that location, but the town name doesn't matter. There we go. There's an adjustment from him with just under a minute left, and at the end of that road, that'll be as close as you can get. Now, end of roads are tricky, Calamity.
They definitely are, yeah.
Yeah, where does coverage end and where does a road actually end on the map can be a bit confusing. There are some buildings that are further north of you.
You can at least know yourself of those, but
yeah. It's a little bit of luck for us on this position here. And that's the... I don't know why I moved my pin. That was silly, but then going, yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. Move the pin back, please. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you got incredibly lucky there.
Yeah, I made a little foolish of a click and then realized I moved my pin.
Yep.
And said I should probably put that back where I'm pretty sure we are. 5K for me there. A perfect game. Very nice. And for Theos, an ace as well. But unfortunately for him, Calamity, one rough round in Turkey will cost him.
Yeah, and with a seed like that, that one round means he's also not going to get any bonus points, unfortunately for him. Let me quickly check. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, it was about 100 points away from a bonus point.
That's really rough. Yeah, 25,000 for me, a perfect game. 24,527 for Theos, and not even enough for a bonus point. But yeah, I mean, it's a world map of very, very easy seed. Yeah, so I think I definitely got a little bit lucky in terms of the seed being advantageous for me, and Theos just making a little bit of a mistake in one round. So that's all it takes. One round is all it takes.
Yep.
Well, thank you all. Sorry.
I just wanted to say, I had no other comments.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that, Calamity. And with that, we will see you all next time. Take care.
Bye.